And this continues. I went, oh, well, you're funny. You're funny. And she went, yeah, I get that from my mother. I said, aren't I funny? And she went, yeah, but if you were funnier, I'd have a horse. Fair enough. Finally, Rumpelstiltskin, a curious and ambiguous devilish figure. I've made him Scottish. There's something about the accent that is both very attractive whilst being repellent and untrustworthy in equal measure. Okay, sorry. I love Scotland, I love Scotland. All British people love Scotland. That's why we own it. I can't afford to lose anyone in this room, forgive me for that. Any resemblance to anyone?
Jester, tell us an actual frickin' joke. We jesters don't really do jokes as such these days, sir. Tell us a goddamn joke, douchebag, or I'll chop your block off. One about women. Don't like to tell jokes at the expense of women, sir.
Yeah.
Homos? None about them either, sir. No, I was calling you both homos. I do know one about religion, sir. Well, let's hear it.
A Catholic priest and a small boy walk into the woods late one night, and the small boy says, I'm terrified, and the priest says, you're terrified. I have to walk out here on my own.
I'm a Catholic, goddammit. Off with your freaking head. Wait, sir. You tire of me, but my daughter's comedy gold.
She gets that from her mother.
Oh, she's funnier than me, sir. She better be, or it's off with your head.
Scene 2, the King's Tower. With that, the jester is thrown in jail, and his 12-year-old daughter thrown into the tower. She's terrified. There's no Wi-Fi. Unable to ride until a weird little man appears with a weird little voice. Scottish.
Oh, why the long face? Why anything funny for my daddy? He's the jester. Dry your eyes, dearie. I can help you with that. But it comes at a price. Anything.
Careful, young lady.
The skirt you're wearing, dearie. I always fancied myself in one of those. Weirdo.
Scottish, actually, but it's much the same thing.
Pa, you must have other skirts, dearie. But daddy has me other head.
Now, I know what you're thinking, what's going on? Difficult scenario, and of course people drink for a number of reasons. Of course, as adults we drink because at some point we all had hopes and dreams. Never singularly failed to pan out, and we're drinking to forget that. We're drinking to forget our regrets. We've all done stuff we regret, Neil, right? I've done stuff I regret, don't mind telling you. Zumba. What the fuck was I thinking? Well, that's what you get when you cross maracas with low self-esteem. But I'm of an age now, I'm in my 40s, I think it's all right to have a few regrets. When I was a younger man, I was anxious about putting my best foot forward. You're a young guy, can I ask how old you are, sir? 24. 24, good age, isn't it? What's your name, brother?
James.
Nice to meet you, James. When I was 24, James, I was very, very anxious about not making a dick of myself, right, as I'm sure you are at your age now. I'll be honest with you, James, now in my 40s, I give much less of a fuck, right? Now, this isn't because I'm better than you, that's not what I'm suggesting for 1 second. At best, I've learned to promote what is good about myself, James. All the bad stuff, the bigotry, the intolerance, the prejudice, swept under the carpet. Not too far, I'll need you in my 60s. I've learned this, though, James, and it is not my idea, but I'm sure you'll agree, wherever you're from, whatever age you are. It's this: better to have regretted stuff you have done than stuff you haven't. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you all generally agree with that? Right? Because regret stuff you haven't done, bottled it, didn't you? Gave into your fear of embarrassment, straying outside your comfort zone, being scared to live your life. And some of the best things in life are scary, right? But when they happen, they're amazing. Being a parent, right? Scary, but when it happens, it's a beautiful thing. Taking the stabilizers off your bicycle for the first time. Probably remember. Scary, right? But when it happens, what a beautiful thing. Telling someone you love them for the first time. Telling them 6 months later you don't. You made a great error. Scary, right? But better to regret the stuff you have done than stuff you haven't, because otherwise you're living in fear, and that's what they want you to do. That way you don't stray off the path, right? You do as you're told. You don't follow your dreams, and that's what they want you to do, those institutions that control us. Government, religion, education systems, parents even. I have very overbearing parents. Perhaps you have a similar experience growing up, a number of you. My father, overbearing man, right? Sat me down when I was younger, said, "So, son, what do you want to be when you grow up?" I said, "Well, I'd like to be an artist, a writer, something I can believe in." He said, "Listen, you naive, arty-farty queer." I was about 8. "Listen, you queer, I can get where I was today by doing something I believe in." "But you're a vicar." "He does it, my son. People say to you, follow your dreams, but they don't mean it. They mean get a job. Get a job. Dreams are like children. If you follow them too long, people get very suspicious." A similar conversation with my own child as she's been growing up. She's wanted to do various things as she's grown up. She's now wanting to be a singer. She's wanted to be an engineer last year. God, I hope she wants to do that in the future. Keep me in a manner I've not been accustomed to. Which ballerina, that's another one. For 5 years old, I asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up. Do you know what she said? Chinese. She said, mind you, 1 in 5 people are Chinese, so she's got a pretty good fucking chance.
I even put it on social media, Daddy.
Anything come back?
A load of dick pics and several rants about the liberal elite.
I suspect they might be from the king.
Scene 9. Most unwisely, the jester posts that on social media, whereupon he is thrown back in jail and sentenced to death for high treason. His daughter comes to visit him.
Hello, Titch.
You should never have posted that, Daddy. What were you thinking?
I know I'm my own worst enemy.
You say that. Have you seen your chortle review?
Daddy, I'm really worried and scared.
Be brave, Titch. Whatever happens, whatever you do, it's a beautiful world out there. Risk, dare, explore, and follow your dreams.
But is it worth it, Daddy?
Oh, sure. Don't let the whole execution thing put you off. Better to regret what you have done, darling.
But what if I fail?
Ah, we all fail. Whatever we do, far better that it's at something you love.
Is that what you did, Daddy?
Yes, I did.
Is that why the house is always so cold?
Well, dreams don't always pay the gas bill.
Would a hug warm you up?
Almost certainly.
Whatever job you do, you come up against trials and tribulations. And of course, whatever job you do, you want to make your mark. We all have ambitions.